just so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, 'cause nobody made us, and no one can take this 'cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, welcome to Friday's show. It's Patrick and the People, baby. And no, I will not be alone today. I've got some guests coming in this morning, but just hadn't made it yet. But it's going to be a damn good day, I can tell you that. I think we've got a comedian coming in from the Looney Bin. I think Darren Riggins coming in. Tom may be coming in. I'm not sure. Tasha said he might be coming in, but what's going on with your Friday, man? You ready for the weekend? Are you excited about it? What do you got going on? What's up, Turkey? What's going on? He's first in on there. Brandon's in the house. What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Let's just get into the news you can use, because I'm sure my guests are going to show up soon, and we'll have to change gears pretty quick then. So what do we got going on? The U.S. housing shortage hit a new record, 4.7 million homes. A Zillow analysis examined the latest census data and found the nation's housing deficit grew by about 159,000 homes in 2023, despite a home building surge that started during the pandemic. New York City, of course, had the biggest housing deficit of the nation's 50 largest metros, with a shortage of over 400,000 units. But I can tell you that even here in Arkansas, there's a shortage as far as the number of houses on the market versus the number of people looking. And so there's some good deals out there, but man, they go quick if they're priced right, I'll tell you that. Tasha said, I was going to come up today, but I woke up late, having a flare-up day, still in bed. Well, I understand that. I've been there before, so I get it. Vacation renters, according to this, are likely wasting billions in food each year. According to a study published in Waste Management, they projected an estimate of $2.3 billion spent on food not eaten by the end of vacations. Most of it goes in the trash, they say. I don't know. Is that true? Do you just throw it away? I mean, I think most people take it with them, don't they? I don't know. I don't like to leave food behind. I'll tell you that. What's up, Brad? Let's see. Superman already soaring, bringing in over 21 million in previews as it sets its sight on the weekend box office. The movie, directed by James Gunn, hoping to make up to 130 mil in the debut weekend. It's already at about an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. Kanye West being accused of sex trafficking in a new complaint filed by his former assistant. I have doubts about this one, although he is crazy. Lauren Pisciata previously sued the rapper for wrongful termination and sexual harassment in 2024. Her lawyers alleged that he terminated her employment in 2023 after she began refusing his advances. She's demanding a trial by jury, and she needs some economic and punitive damages, she says. Yes, of course you do. Don't we all? A New Jersey lawmaker calling for, well, we don't even care about that. We're not getting into that this morning. Let's go here. What's being called disaster tourism is becoming a problem in Texas Hill Country. Of course, that was devastated by recent flooding. You know that. What's up, Mistress Mayhem? How you doing? Good morning to you. It says Andrews County Fire Marshal Jeremy Prophet said social media influencers are getting into the disaster zone, compromising the search for victims. He said the only people allowed along the Guadalupe River are verified search teams. They're made up of military and first responders. There's cadaver dogs sniffing through piles of debris. He said it's going to take months. And the Texas Division of Emergency Management said, please, disaster tourists, stay away from Kerrville. Don't show up unless you're there to assist in recovery efforts. Yeah, don't go there just to look at the damage, man. You can get that on TikTok. You can just pull up TikTok. I will tell you this, though. You got to be careful what you watch online. I was scrolling through TikTok and started showing all these clips of things that allegedly were happening during the flood of Kerrville. And I was like, that is definitely not Kerrville. I know what Texas looks like, and it wasn't. And this particular one ended up being videos from Thailand. They're just taking any flood video, saying it's the Kerr flood, and putting it up there to get hit. So don't believe everything you see, because it's likely not the case. If it looks like an entire bridge with cars on it washed away, that's not Kerrville. Let's see. Today is the last day of Amazon Prime Day. It was stretched out to a 4-day event this year. They predict customers have already shelled out $24 billion, $9.6 billion more than last year. The biggest drivers behind the increase expected to be school and office supplies. It says Momentum Commerce manages sales for some retailers on the platform, and said sales were down 40% on the first day compared to last year, but was still overall a growth. Amazon is rejecting these first day sales numbers, calling them highly inaccurate. Well, we'll see. Jack White has gone through life without a cell phone until now. The White Stripes founder's wife, Olivia Jean, gave the musician a phone, and he posted a bunch of pictures of it. He explained, "I thought if I could make it to 50 at least without ever having one, I could be proud of myself, and I am. Can't wait to talk to y'all soon. My phone number is the square root of all our combined social interaction times, pi." Okay, funny guy. All right. A Wisconsin nurse got a slap on the wrist for cutting off a patient's foot. Mary Brown, accused of elder abuse and avoided jail time. She took a plea deal, drops to 2 felony charges. She was arrested in 2022 for amputating the foot of a hospice patient without his permission. He had contracted severe frostbite in his feet, which both became necrotic after a fall. She admitted she did it without instructions to do so. One nurse told investigators Brown mentioned that her family had a taxidermy shop. She wanted to preserve the foot with a sign reading, "Wear your boots, kids." Really? Brown has now pleaded no contest to misdemeanor negligent abuse of a patient. He died days after the amputation. Well, was it because of that, or was it because of the frostbite? I mean, if she was trying to save him, why would you be mad? What's up, Jesse? How you doing? Good morning. All right. Over 1 in 10 adults know more about famous celebrities than their own loved ones, according to a new study. Only 29% knew who their mom first dated, even fewer about their dad's early relationships, but 34% could correctly name Prince Harry's first high-profile girlfriend. Bullshit. Hold on. Yeah, I don't buy that a bit, man. That is here you go. Get some of that.
A bullshit?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Here, we'll do that again. Yeah. Yeah, nobody knows who Prince Harry's first girlfriend was if you're not some kind of British person living in the... Stop that crap. But you probably do know more about celebrities than who your mom first dated. Who asked your mom, who did you first date? I don't want to know that. I don't know any of them. If it wasn't my dad, why do I care? I don't want to know that. What's up, Lindsay Casey? How you doing? Good to see you in there. A new gene therapy. This is really good, actually. A new gene therapy trial has helped 10 kids and young adults with congenital deafness to hear for the first time in their lives. All 10 patients, ages 1 to 24, gained some hearing after treatment. The average sound level patients could hear improved from 106 decibels to 52 decibels after only 6 months. That's amazing. That is amazing. Gene therapy allowing them to hear. Yeah, exactly. Who is Prince Harry? That's right, Tactical Turkey. Who is it? I don't even know. Atreyu. Probably know those guys. Get ready for a new album. Not this year. Brandon Saller said the band has written 10 songs for their next album. The early tracks are some of the heaviest we've ever done, he said. The Metalcore Vets plan to finish writing and recording through 25, aiming to release in early 26. And, of course, we've talked about this a couple times, but the Velvet Sundown finally admitted it was an AI band. They're already over 1 million streams now. 1 million listeners, actually. So that's crazy. I mean, that is absolutely... I mean, this band is blown up, and it's not even a band. That's pretty wild, isn't it? If you like The Office, maybe you'll like this. The Paper. It's a spinoff from The Office. Has a premiere date. It's going to hit Peacock September 4th. The first 4 episodes will come out at one time, with 2 new episodes being released every Thursday after that. It'll see the same, quote, documentary crew from The Office find a new subject in a Midwestern newspaper and a publisher trying to revive it. So I'm not sure who the cast are, but it is interesting. I do know Oscar Nunez will be in it. I think he was maybe the HR guy. Is that right? Mistress Mayhem said, hell yeah, I'll listen to that album. Oh, you talking about Outre You? You like them? Yeah, they're pretty hardcore. You know the AT&T commercials? If you've watched any TV in the last decade, you probably know who, I believe pronounces it Milana Vaintrub, but she plays Lily in those AT&T commercials. Back in March, she sold some, quote, flirty pictures of herself through onlyphilanthropy.com. She used the money to help a single mom who lost everything in the wildfires in L.A. She's back with a new photo shoot. This time, she wants to use money to fulfill over 30 GoFundMes for disabled families affected by the same fires. She called the website a little experiment that actually worked. Brad said Deftones with a new single out today, new album next month. Oh, are they? That's been a while since they've had an album, hasn't it? Let's see. For the second time this year, somebody got arrested after drugs were found in a container with a label saying, not a bag full of drugs. See, these people who think it's so funny, it's a giant red flag. This is the first thing they're going to look in, man. During a traffic stop in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, police officers found a vehicle connected to a wanted individual. Once the canine was alerted, it went right to the bag labeled definitely not a bag full of drugs. Of course, it was cocaine, a loaded gun, drug paraphernalia, cash, things like that. With any luck, that final nuclear holocaust that the world fears will never happen in our lifetime, but Annie Jacobson is a Pulitzer Prize-winning author and considered one of the foremost experts on all things nuclear. She theorizes that if an all-out nuclear war broke out, that the world would be pretty much destroyed in 72 minutes, but the 2 places that might be safe are New Zealand and Australia. Well, go figure. Yeah, they're islands at the bottom. Yeah. Let's see. When most people think of the dirtiest surface they can imagine, they think of your mom. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. That's wrong. They think of the filthiest surface to come in contact with during the course of a day. Their mind inevitably might turn to the toilet seat. That's a good pick. But if you're a frequent traveler, it says there's something even dirtier, your suitcase. A recent study found that a suitcase can be 58 times dirtier than a public toilet seat. The wheels are the biggest culprit. Don't touch the wheels. For more than a year, a San Jose woman, only identified as Kay, has been buried under a mountain of Amazon packages she never ordered. Hundreds of the boxes with faux leather car seat covers landed her door because a Chinese seller listed her address as the U.S. Return Center. She's filed 6 complaints with Amazon, refused deliveries, even accepted a $100 credit, but the packages still block her entryway every day. Her and her 88-year-old mom are tired of it. That's funny. In northern Sweden and Finland, coffee lovers savor a century-old treat called, I'll probably say it wrong, cohost, which literally means coffee cheese. So to make it, drinkers drop spongy cubes of this sweet cheese into a mug, pour hot black coffee on it. The cheese soaks it up like a sponge and softens into like creamy, sweet bites. They say replace milk and sugar. Apparently, this is a big thing and is growing all over the world. So you can get it, by the way, in cow or goat milk versions. Lindsay said, I fly a lot. We travel a couple times a month at least. I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, don't get those wheels and maybe clean those off. Don't touch them. Don't touch them. They're 58 times dirtier than your toilet. That's bad. That's real bad. A security camera in Kenmore That's a suburb of Brisbane, Australia. Caught a man wheeling 2 empty suitcases up to a sale table outside Shoe Fashions at 7:35 p.m. July 7th. Lifted the cover, filled his bag with 53 right foot shoes only, and rolled away. He didn't choose just the right shoes because it's a fetish. The left shoes were locked inside, so detectives and the store's stunned owner can't guess what he'll do with mismatched footwear valued at $4,600 on sale. Well, no, very few people are buying, a single shoe. But I will tell you this, which is interesting. The Goodwill here on I-30, which is the big corporate one, is also where what you might call the last stop. So, as Goodwill's put out merchandise, things that over a period of time haven't moved, they send to the corporate store where you can buy it by the bin load. Okay. But also, if it doesn't sell there, they ship this stuff overseas. So they ship blankets, they ship, everything you can imagine. One of the things that surprised me, one of the biggest sellers they have overseas that they ship out are single shoes. Just one shoe, because of a lot of amputees overseas. I had never thought about that until they told me. I mean, they sell a lot of them. So if you just have one shoe, you might still donate it because they need it over there. What's up, Scotty in Conway? How you doing, man? Said dude may have a wooden foot. He might. Let's see. Let's get into a little bit of sports here before we change gears. American Amanda Anisimova is a Wimbledon finalist for the first time in her career. She shocked the world, taking down Ariana Sabalenka. The win was made more impressive when you consider she took time away from the sport 2 years ago because she was burnt out. Failed to qualify at Wimbledon a year ago. Now she's going to face Iga Swiatek for the championship tomorrow. That's a pretty good turnaround. Whatever you did during your burnout, tell everybody about it because damn sure it worked, didn't it? The Major League Baseball commissioner is apparently pushing for salary cap. The commissioner is pushing for a big league change in the economics of baseball. Rob Manfred said to be advocating for a salary cap to help remedy the economic disparity in the game and make things more competitive for all the teams. Sure. Players skeptical of how this structure will affect their ability to get paid to play ball. Manfred, on the other hand, is trying to find a way for fans of smaller market teams to have hope for a championship. Well, that's true. If you can't compete with the Yankees or the Dodgers for payroll, what are you going to do? I mean, right? And then Jake Paul's company, the stakes have been raised in tonight's all-female fight card, courtesy of Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions. Each fighter in tonight's 3 matches, headlined by a bout between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, will have a shot at a $250,000 performance bonus. In a press conference, MVP co-founder Nikisha Badarian said the winner of the catch will be determined at the end of the final fight after a vote between Jake Paul, Layla Ali, and himself. The fights will happen from Madison Square Garden and can be seen on Netflix. Hey, we'll be right back. It looks like my buddy Darren just got here. So we're going to jump into a commercial, and we'll be back in just a second. At Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, they're a veteran-owned company, and they tailor CBD recipes specifically to you. Inflammation, if you need, anxiety relief, if you're trying to focus more, if you're trying to lose weight, they have a formula for you. And you know what? They'll tweak it a little bit here and there if you need to make it perfect for you. It's sublingual. You put it under your tongue, just a drop, and it's instantly effective and 80% absorbed by your body. The other CBD that you get, the gummies, the things like that, 20% absorption, not nearly what you want. And this is pharmaceutical grade. Go over to bantx.com. It's bantx.com and put in the promo code PATP25 to get 25% off. They don't just have CBD. They've got all kinds of products. They've got a lot of different hemp products. They even have CBD for your pets. Check them out. It's bantx.com, baby.
punch the clock, it's Friday. We getting together tonight. Hit the liquor store, dispensary, gonna get our heads right. A little chill in the air, bonfire and plenty of wood. Laura let down her hair. No, it's about to get good. Got a bonfire in the backyard. Oh yeah, chugging and chiefing. We passing bottles and blunts, getting deep into the evening. Everybody staying all the way to the end. Tell your mama and your cousin and all of your friends. Got the whiskey, some decent wine, and oh yeah, tequila. Tonight it's money well spent, but the morning may kill ya. Every time one goes empty, here comes another keg. It's only 9 and Billy just fired up another hog leg. Got a bonfire in the backyard. Oh yeah, chugging and chiefing. We passing bottles and blunts, getting deep into the evening. Everybody staying all the way to the end. Tell your mama and your cousin and all of your friends. We broke our backs all week to rock this backyard party. We made it to the weekend. It's all blizzies and Bacardi. Got a bonfire in the backyard. Oh yeah, chugging and chiefing. We passing bottles and blunts, getting deep into the evening. Everybody staying all the way to the end. Tell your mama and your cousin and all of your friends. Y'all come on, bring a little something with you.
All right. Let me fix this camera just a little bit. Oh, yeah, well, okay, now we're talking. Oh, yeah, that looks good. You look great on camera, Darren.
Yes, sir.
You're a star, man. What's going on?
Man.
This is Darren Riggin for the uninitiated. He is the man, one of them behind Death Metal Disco.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Have
sir.
you? Did you hear the new PATP rap that name drops you in Death Metal Disco?
I have not.
Oh, well, you'll have to hear that. Yeah. I got a new. It's called the PATP chat rap. So all the people who show up in our chat ended up, not everybody, but a lot of them ended up in this rap.
That's
so
awesome.
it's a lot of fun, man.
That's brilliant.
Have to check it out. Well, I don't know about that, but so tell me what's going on. You got a big show coming up in about a week, don't you?
So Stickies is having their 25th anniversary.
25 years.
I'm not sure what the actual date is. I think they may be celebrating a few weekends in a row or whatever.
Yeah.
But, in September we're going to do the Vino's 35th, and I was just like, man, those two places have held on,
Yeah, that's
15,
wild.
20 years ago, we would have never thought that Juanita's would be gone and Cajuns would be gone. And
Right.
Smitty's or Underground Pub.
West End.
West End, gone.
All of that, yeah.
So, man, yeah, it's those are two of the few places.
But they're legendary. They've never tried to not be what they are. They're brilliant dive bars.
Man, and
they're
you
amazing.
can walk in either one of them not knowing that there's music ever there and get some fire-ass food.
Yes.
Either one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good every single
No,
time.
I always love going there. Yeah, no, I like Chris and Suzanne a lot. I like all of their staff so much.
Maestro's great.
Yeah, they're great over there, man. They really, really are great over there. Aaron Redden with the band, they do their annual Christmas karaoke there that Laura hosts, and it's always a blast. We love doing that, and of course, I've done stand up there at both places, and it's just a lot of fun, man.
Good time there for sure.
Yeah.
New band. I'm not familiar. Well, I know they've been playing quite a bit lately. Tripwire is opening the show. So
okay.
Looking forward to meeting those guys and hanging out. And ought to be a blast.
Good morning, Matt Clark. Happy Friday to you. Says Little Doggy said Mr. Riggins, a musician who's written probably 2,000 songs and played more hours of music than I have in breathing.
Well, I love you, Mike. Always have, brother.
Yeah.
Always. I was just telling him we're never on here at the same time. We need to get on here and Indian rope wrestle or.
Yeah, it'd be great, man, to have you guys on at the same time. It'd be a lot of fun. So, tell me, man, the music scene has been evolving a lot over the past 3 years or so. What are you seeing out here in the local music scene? And, what do you feel about the national scene right now?
Man, I'll tell you, post-COVID, it just seems like an explosion in Little Rock again. It's like we're out of places to play. So now all of a sudden, there's more bands than have places to play. Mm-hmm. Conway's blowing up. I mean, it seems like there's 5 bands a night in Conway when it's kind of dwindling down a little.
See, I remember when I wouldn't say first started, but when we were younger.
Sure.
And when I first started doing stand up, right, and we were out at the warehouse.
Yeah.
And back then,
true
man,
underground.
Right, real underground. I mean, true. Back then, there were a lot of great bands, and the Little Rock music scene was really hitting. But then it evaporated.
I don't know. I guess it goes back to MySpace. Richard Gagne, the bass player for Land of Mines, he was really good at reaching out there, and he'd find a band in Kentucky or in Missouri or in Louisiana and go, hey, man, you guys are good. You want to come through and do something dumb?
Yeah, right.
Come through and raise hell, and everybody had a blast. And, of course, none of it was legitimate at all. It was like donations. And
right.
But, man, we had such a great time out there. So many good bands out there. That's another thing that's gone.
Yeah.
Where else are there 15 bands practicing that range from country music to death metal to, just anything you can think of.
So what do you think about, there's been a lot of change in the musicality with rock as far as you're seeing a lot of country and rock becoming fused together.
Big time.
What do you think? Do you like it?
Man, to me, a song is either good or it's not.
Doesn't matter.
I'm real bad about that. I'll have a completely mixed up playlist. It could have NWA on it. It could have Drake on it. It could have Metallica on it. It could have,
that's how mine works too,
really
man.
Mariah Carey, Sepultura. Let's mix it up.
I'm the same way, man. I'm exactly the same way. So, what do you think? Do you think I'm hearing a lot of people say rock is back, that it's exploding again. I know that 3 Days Grace, they've got Adam back, and they kept the other guy as well,
Great band.
So great band, and they're blowing up. The new album's blowing up for them. You're seeing a lot of these legacy bands hitting again. I kind of
consider them new, they were calling it new metal, metal.
Yeah, new metal.
And I love all that stuff too. There's room for the digital stuff and the analog stuff. It's used to be kind of a war, but I like it all. I mean, it's if it's good, it's good.
Right. So who's a band that you're really liking right now that's kind of newer?
Man, what Feel. The band Feel.
Feel?
Yeah, they're very, I hate to say, Zeppelin-y.
Okay.
There's been 4 or 5 bands that caught that tag throughout the years, but saw them open for Blackberry Smoke. Really, really good.
Okay.
It kind of reminds you of the first couple of times you saw the Black Crows.
The Black Crows, yeah. Dirty Honey,
really
Wolf Mother,
yes.
guys like that, yeah.
Nothing new school about it.
That's, I'm seeing a lot of that. What some might refer to as classic rock sound.
Yeah.
That's coming. Tactical said, didn't Patrick get in a fight at Juanita's or something with like Muck Sticky? Yeah.
Oh, Muck Sticky. Those guys are great too.
Yeah. I don't know if it was. Yeah, I think it might have been.
Say those guys. It's basically one guy.
I think it was. Something happened, and I'm trying to remember if that's in fact who it was, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. But they were late. We had a comedy show, and back in that time, I would often have a band that would either play before or after.
Yeah.
And so I told them they could play before. Well, they didn't show up until right at the end of all the set. And, they were trying to throw a fit to get on stage, and we got into it. And, and man, we were just, I swear to God, I was just about to throw. And Laura just pushed me all the way to the back of the room to get me away from him. And then I thought he and her were getting in a fight. It was pretty crazy.
She's a bulldog, man. She doesn't play.
No, Laura don't play. You think Turkey don't play? Try Laura. Yeah,
She's funny.
You don't want to mess around with her. Yeah, she's a good one, man. She's a good one.
Funny.
So death metal disco, for the uninitiated, that's Darren's band. Tell people about what death metal disco is.
So let's see. A couple of years ago, we had a friend that passed to suicide. We put together a big fundraiser thing, or just a big celebration of life show. We did it at the Rev Room. You were involved. A lot of local bands were involved. Live and Sacrifice, a long line of people.
Yeah.
So we worked really hard, really fast to put that thing together. And when we got done, we just felt like we weren't done. Those guys called and said, "Man, you want to jam some more?
You want to play some more?" And we had a good time.
So we just went at it and pretty much wrote an album, and we're trying to record and trying to do a video, and just trying to carry on life. All of us have careers and stuff like that. You can't
just pick up and go on the road.
Floor for 2 weeks anymore, but none of us will ever quit playing. We don't know how. So.
No, I get that, man. So what do you think? Do you think that this coming week on the show that you're going to get some footage for the video?
Definitely.
So folks that come out could end up in the video.
Absolutely.
So come out and be part of it, and you can be in the video, and that would be awesome.
Absolutely. We're also going to do some stuff in Amanda's break room.
Oh, are you? Are you going to do some filming there?
Right.
That's awesome. What a great idea.
Yeah, we just want to break some stuff.
No, that's a brilliant idea. That'll make a great video. Well, be sure and show up now. Where is it at again?
Sticky Fingers.
Friday night.
Tripwire is opening the show. I think the doors open at 7. I bet the show starts at 8.
Okay. All right. Well, stick around.
We're good times and good food and good music.
All right. Stick around. We're going to be right back. We've got some new guests coming in as well that are going to hang out with me and Darren. So give me just a minute, and we'll be right back, y'all.
Watching the club door, low-key sitting on pins. Let me tell you what for. Where do I begin? How, where, when? Saw you last Saturday night, shaking it on the dance floor. Damn girl, that dress was tight. I wanna go to the candy store. Candy store. If turning me on is the goal, you understood the assignment. You didn't just break the mold. Baby, you're the blueprint. Walking, I can barely compute. You rockin' fishnet stockings and those red leather boots. If you're a door, you got me knocking. Not 2 feet in and the men are like piranhas. Guys are stumbling, spilling their gin and sweating like the sauna. If turning me on is the goal, you understood the assignment. You didn't just break the mold. Baby, you're the blueprint. Here I come, girl, we're about to be needed. About to ask you to dance and I plan to leave undefeated. I don't have any clue what you plan for the night. I'm playing my hand for you. I just hope I play it right. If turning me on is the goal, you understood the assignment. You didn't just break the mold. Baby, you're the blueprint. Oh yeah, you're the blueprint. You're the blueprint spot print. You didn't break the mold. You're the blueprint. I just wanna be your architect.
All right, let me adjust this camera again because now we've got somebody new in the house with us. Yeah, here we go. And we'll move that way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Derek Luna. Derek Luna is performing tonight at the Looney Bin, this weekend at the Looney Bin. How are you, man?
Doing great. I mean, it's early, but I'm here. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, man. Excited to have you here, man. So how long have you been doing stand-up, Derek?
Oh, geez. It depends on when you start counting, but I tell people like 15 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. So what got you inspired to start doing stand-up?
It's kind of a long, wild tale. But
Yeah.
I started trying to be an actor and a musician, and I moved out to Los Angeles. I lived out there for like 10 years.
Okay.
And the acting thing just right away wasn't going to happen.
No.
I'm kind of a weird-looking guy. All of the auditions weren't going really well.
Okay.
I tell people Hollywood took one look at me and they were like, yeah, man, I don't think we're going to be making any more of these Ernest movies. We've already got a DJ Qualls.
Yeah.
Don't really.
Yeah, I got you. All right.
And so I stumbled around and eventually found myself to a comedy open mic. So I started comedy in Los Angeles, which is not really the way you're supposed to do it at all.
I'm sure it's not. But you were there, so you may as well, right?
Thank God I found it because
Yeah.
I was pretty lost out there in Los Angeles.
So first of all, where did you move from to go to L.A.?
Missouri. I'm a Missouri
Oh,
boy.
wow. You're just above us here. So,
Just above you.
So I don't know if you had clearly you had more fortitude than I did, because I went to L.A. at 19, and I was going to go and become an actor and run the world. That was the goal, right?
Yeah, that's a plan.
Yeah. I was going to do it. I was going to be that guy. And it was such a culture shock for me. I mean, like, it was so vastly different than it was here.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I've told the story more than once, but the first day I was there, I'm walking down the sidewalk, a guy's coming the other way, and if you're from Missouri, you know what I mean. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Guy literally stopped and looked at me and goes, man, do I know you? And I was like, no. And he goes, then why the fuck are you talking to me? And I was like, yeah, and that
New
was
York's
LA.
that way too.
Yeah.
Mean people.
Yeah, well, it's just different, and I did not enjoy that at all. It was a little too wild for me. But you survived it. Not only that, you somehow found yourself doing open mic. Now, would you say that when you started doing open mic that right away it was a hit for you, or did it take you a minute to build it up?
I would say I could tell I was on to something. I
Okay.
mean, and when you're knee deep in failure,
Yeah.
even just a whiff of like, oh, a couple of people laughed.
No,
This
it's
felt,
true. It's
this
true.
felt like, okay, this is on. We're on this. I wouldn't say it was perfected, but I felt like,
I'm getting a better response than my audition, so this is good.
yeah, it felt a lot better right from
Yeah.
the jump. But then you just start the slow, long process of working on it, getting better.
So as a kid, were you a fan of stand-up comedy? Did you watch it as a kid?
Oh man, yeah, I was a huge SNL fan.
Okay, yeah.
And the parents would let me stay up late to watch Letterman, to watch the comedy on Letterman. Conan was too late.
Yeah.
Too late. You got to go to school, but you can watch the comedian on Letterman.
Now, what cast was your cast on SNL?
Probably that transition cast between Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell.
Yeah, between the Sandler crew and Ferrell.
Yeah,
Okay.
Where I was like, I love the Sandler guys, but these new guys they got coming in are, awesome.
Yeah.
Doing the cheerleaders and Sherry O'Terry.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal cast, and both of those casts in different ways were great.
Yeah.
I guess Adam Sandler's not mad that he got fired these days, but I wonder if Lauren
He got
ever
over
went,
it.
man, I don't know, man, maybe I messed up, probably, but it all worked out just fine.
I got to meet Adam Sandler out in Los Angeles.
Really, what was that like? I'm sure he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's just the coolest guy. So we did our own show. I had my own show at the Hollywood Improv for a brief moment, and it was on a Wednesday at like 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Which is a bad time slot.
Yeah,
But if you're in Los
your
Angeles,
time slot,
yeah, I mean you're starting out. You take what they're going to give you.
Yeah.
And 10 o'clock, being late like that, and on a Wednesday, if any hot shots, who are normally gone on the weekend, if any of them were in town wanting to work on something, they would just get dumped on our show.
Right.
So
okay.
this is, he's just showing up at the Improv being like, I need to work on something. It's like 10 minutes. And so they just found us in the corner. But yeah, exciting. And
So you just sat and talked to him, or how did that?
I get a tap on the shoulder that the manager says, Sandler's here. He wants to do 10. Is that okay? I'm like, why are you even asking?
Yeah, right. What do you mean, is it okay? Do you want me to leave? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I'll
Get him
leave.
to ask.
I mean,
Get
I'll
him
leave
to
if
ask
you
me.
need me to. Can I just stay and watch? I mean, shit.
Yeah, I was like, let me know when he wants to go up. We'll do whatever. He he did his 10, and then afterwards he was hanging out upstairs, and I just got to say hi. That was it.
But very gracious. And,
Oh, yeah.
and I've always heard. Yeah.
Super nice guy, and to ask and to not be like,
Right,
tell these
demand
guys I'm going out. He was very
'Cause
humble.
he could walk in and probably say, "Hey, I want to do it. Put me up."
I don't want to ruin the show, buddy, but
Yeah, no, that's great. What are some of the other, along your route, some of the big comedians that you've run into?
Oh man, I've opened up for a lot of great guys, but mainly those were up in the Blue Room Comedy Club up in Springfield,
Really?
Springfield, Missouri. Just being the probably the one of the locals there, so I could handle a feature work. Man, my favorite is I got to open for Gilbert Godfrey before he passed away.
What a great guy
man,
he is,
yeah.
man. That dude was one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, super nice guy. I felt lucky I got to open for him maybe a year and a half or so before he passed. He was still traveling around. Kevin Nealon. I say I'm working my way through the SNL cast. I've worked
You've worked with Sandler, Nealon.
Nealon. I opened for Tim Meadows.
Oh, wow.
And John Lovitz.
Oh, wow.
And
Those are some really great names
doubt.
to talk to, man.
and they're bringing a lot of the younger folks around too. And the younger ones that are like on the cast today
Yeah.
are actually really great stand-ups.
I wish they'd be funny on the cast.
Yeah,
But
I feel like they're shackled a lot of times.
I don't know what's going on. I did see a sketch that I watched a clip of that looked pretty funny from, I guess, when Scarlett Johansson was there. But I've tried for the past couple of years to stay with SNL, and it's been very difficult for me because it's not the subject matter as much as it's just not funny to me.
Yeah, so many people want to blame the cast, and I've seen it
The
firsthand.
writers are part of it.
These guys are really funny. They've come in and headlined, and I think it's something about that show's just become its own nation with its own zip code or something, probably.
So when you do stand up, how would you describe your style?
Odd.
Yeah, that's good.
I would describe it as odd. I love absurdity, so just anything that's bonkers. I'm never taking anything seriously. Sometimes I'll pretend that I'm doing a political thing, just to get people tensed up.
Left turn.
Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna left turn.
Yeah.
Step in dog shit and have fun with that.
That's great, man. That's great. That's great.
I do guitar in my act.
Oh,
so
do you?
I sing some little songs. So yeah, just odd. I not that I'm Steve Martin, but I try as hard as I can to be like Steve Martin.
Okay, so that would be your goat.
awesome.
Steve Martin would be your goat.
Yeah.
It's interesting because he literally nationalized comedy, as far as going to the big, no other comedian was going to big venues like he did. I mean, he really changed the game for
Yeah,
a
he
lot of
changed
people.
it completely into a completely different thing. That
He did. He did.
And the music with it.
And he's quite an accomplished musician
Oh my
now.
God! Yeah, I mean, when he's playing, I'm like, this guy's serious as a heart attack, and they don't fit in a little something that's funny. But
Yeah.
I mean, he could play serious music
I think
all day
he's won
long.
Grammys. Am I right? He's won Grammys.
He may have.
Probably.
I would not be surprised by that a bit. I mean, he's
wild.
really amazingly talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy when
I
you
was
see something
born
like that.
a poor black child.
Yeah, no, that's the Jerk. If you've never seen the Jerk, it's a wild movie. Of course, in today's sensibilities, it's a little slower burning. A lot of
maybe.
It's funny when you grow up and you watch things that at that time were the funniest thing in the world to you, and you go back later as an adult and you watch it and you're like,
I was an idiot.
shit, that's not that funny to me now.
Some stuff does not hold up. That's for sure.
I'll tell you the one that shocked me the most is the movie Vacation. The original Vacation.
Oh yeah.
Because as a kid, I must have watched it 100 damn times.
Yep.
As an adult, I watched it once and went, shit's not really that funny.
Yeah, really, in that movie, because I have a similar thing. Because Christmas Vacation, I think, still is very
funny,
great.
still great.
But that original one, you're really just talking about like 2 or 3 funny parts.
That's right.
And then the rest of it is
Yeah.
just kind of a movie.
What is it? Is it called Wally World? Is that where they went?
Wally World.
The John Candy, that whole scene is great. There's a couple other scenes, and I love Chevy Chase. I love Fletch. Was really good. I still think Fletch is funny to me.
Yeah.
But
every once in a while, I watch that speech that he gives in the car where they go, "What do you think, Sparky?" He goes, "I think you're all out of your fucking minds."
You're going to have so much fun. You're going to whistle zippity doo dah out of your assholes.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
yeah.
that is
No,
good stuff.
that is a great scene right there. That's a great scene. What were some of the comedic movies you loved as a kid?
Oh, well, yeah, I love the Lampoon stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff was great. I always say that like Looney Tunes was your preschool education.
Yes.
I loved The Simpsons was kind of my elementary education, and then Seinfeld. I was a big Seinfeld fan.
A lot of people were, yeah.
I felt like that taught me a lot more about how to actually how jokes work.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that is one thing I'll say, and I came to realize later that I thought I was a Seinfeld fan. I was really a Larry David fan.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people realize that. I think.
But I have seen Seinfeld do stand up live, and he did do a clinic. I mean, his joke construction is second to none.
Yeah.
I don't find him over the top funny. He's anecdotally funny to me, but the show was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean that. The cast they assembled together and the way they wrote it was just genius. I hate that Kramer torpedoed his career so early because
weird.
that dude. Listen, even with what he did, nobody will not watch Seinfeld. They're like, yeah, that was after that.
It's
so we
pretty
don't care."
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he can be canceled after that, but not that. Because it's too good. I mean, that
so
performance
funny.
was amazing, man.
And you even watched the stuff with him on Fridays when he was on.
Oh, yeah.
As Dix, the aerobics guy. You
Yeah.
could see what they saw. They were like,
Right.
this guy's a physical force.
No, he was kind of Carrie-esque in a way in his physicality.
Yeah.
I thought,
Yeah, a little bit,
Yeah.
like a precursor.
Yeah, he really was. Who's a comedian out there today that's popular that you like?
Oh man, it's easy to say Shane Gillis. He's pretty great.
He is great.
I've opened up twice for this guy named Derek Stroop, that is up and coming.
I think I saw him once.
I think you'd have to say he's a little more than up and coming. He's
Yeah, I mean, I
he's
I
all
think
over
I've
the
seen
place
him.
now. I'm sure you guys have had him at the Looney Bin at some point. But this guy, watch out for Derek Stroop.
Stroop, okay.
Stroop
I
like
swear
soup.
to God, I've seen. I'm gonna have to look him up because I swear I've seen him.
He's been on a couple Nate Bargatze things, like his
Okay.
Christmas show.
That-
So there's clips out there of that.
I guess Nate is the biggest thing in comedy right now because I can't have a comedian come in and sit down at this table and his name doesn't come up. And I guess a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's able to do it clean.
Yeah, it's impressive.
And a lot of comedians really appreciate and respect that because most of us, A, it's harder, and B, we don't want to.
Yeah.
So if you can art form being clean, I mean, Gaffigan's done it. A handful of comedians have successfully done it in recent years, but Nate seems to really be taking the world by storm.
I always try to say who has the belt, like the championship.
Yeah,
There can only be one, and I think you got to say Nate has the belt right now.
I think you'd probably be right.
His success is so crazy.
It really has been.
Somebody told me the difference is you and I might know who Shane Gillis is, but my mom knows who Nate Bargatze is.
And everybody
That is
seems
it.
to know who Nate is. So you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Uh,
I met him in Nashville. He's another really nice guy.
yeah,
I was doing a show at Zany's, and he popped in.
that's
Him in
cool,
the green
man.
room. He said, "Hey, I missed your set, but it sounded like it was going pretty good up there."
And you held
Better
on to
than
that
nothing.
shit right there.
I was like, "Yeah, it was going all right."
Tactical Turkey said Adam Ray is killer too with all the different characters he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam Ray is. He is a great comedian out there. So, growing up, you wanted to be an actor. Who were the actors that you wanted to be like?
Well, you mentioned Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I loved all those Jim Carrey movies,
Like Ace Ventura and The
Will
Mask.
Ferrell. Yeah, even though I wasn't really into. I mean, I was obsessed with comedy. Even though I was like, I want to be an actor. I don't think I even really understood what stand up was or how you did it.
Yeah.
I think I was just kind of out of it on that.
And that may be what led to the style you have is because you did it unorthodox in the way you arrived at it.
Yeah, it was pretty late before I ever was in like a comedy club and saw. I think it was Ron White. I was in high school and saw Ron White before blue collar comedy was a thing. And some friends were, well, I guess you got to be old enough to get into a comedy club most places.
Yeah.
But I went with a friend to see Ron White, and you're in a room, a smaller-ish room with this guy, and it just lasts for an hour an hour 10.
Yeah, he's a
nonstop.
crusher. He was a crusher for sure.
And I'm crying, laughing. I mean, it's just a revelation at that point where you're like, I didn't realize that this was really, I see 5 minutes on Conan.
It's interesting because very few comedians can command a stage in that way where that you're telling a story and it may be, I mean, he goes a good stretch before he gets to that punchline sometimes.
Yeah.
And
He'll even tell a story that everyone knows and it's
Yeah.
still...
No, I mean, he's just such a phenomenal animated storyteller with his voice. And I did see him the other day, though, and I was like, oh, shit, you got old, bro.
Yeah.
No diss, but
Straight up.
it's like, for 40 years, I thought that Morgan Freeman looked old until the past 2 years, and I saw him and I went, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Now you really look old.
Yeah,
man.
there's this middle old before
Yeah.
you get really old.
Right, yeah, middle old. I hope I'm in middle old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron was like middle old, and then he grew his hair out long, and it's like, fuck, man, did you walk down the hill with the 10 Commandments or something?
Right.
You look ancient.
It does. It does. Like Billy Bob Thornton, he's getting there too, man. He looks so wispy, like he'd blow away. But every time he's on a screen, I can't not watch that guy. I don't even know what it is about him that's so compelling. But damn, if he's not, it doesn't matter what he's doing. He's doing some stupid phone commercial now, and I'll stop and watch it. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why am I watching this guy do a damn cell phone commercial for Verizon?
Man, some folks are just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who else is aged? I guess he's probably sick now. But Steven Tyler, out of nowhere, he just started looking like an old Jewish lady.
Yeah,
No doubt.
With
There
the
is no doubt.
scarves and everything.
He showed up at the Black Sabbath
that
show
was
the
cool.
other day, and I was like, "Who is that lady?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's Steven Tyler." My bad. But he sounded great. I mean, he
like his girlfriend looks like he used to.
yeah,
And now it's the strangest shit.
yeah. But back in the '80s, all the guys looked like chicks. Then Vince
True that.
Neil,
Oh, yeah.
Vince Neil was the hottest chick of the '80s, bar none. You know what I mean?
Which should make sense that if you look like a lady in the 80s, now you're going to look like just an old lady.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's kind of.
I don't know why we're surprised
I
by
mean,
it.
they were all wearing makeup and stuff, and it's just now it looks different,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, with that gray hair, this isn't looking the same anymore. Got the
any
mole with the hairs on it,
Any cookies, Grandma? yeah.
You got a peppermint in that purse? That's great, man. That's great. So, tell me, what time is the show tonight for you guys?
Tonight, our shows are at 7:30 and 10. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Joe told me to tell you, if you come out to the show tonight, if you
Yes.
come out to the show tonight and you tell us that you saw it here,
Okay.
you get a free ticket for next week for a recording show.
Man, did you hear that?
That
If
is
you go
badass.
to the show tonight, tell them you heard it on PATP, and I know some of you guys are going to go. Don't forget to tell them, because you'll pick up a free ticket to next week's show. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because that's a recording show, because that's when you're doing the recording for, what is it, the World Series of Comedy?
We do World Series of Comedy Records. We record these shows next week for that, and we're getting these out to Sirius XM and a lot of satellite radio markets. So yeah, these shows next week are recording shows.
Tell me
so.
about the World Series of Comedy. I'm not as familiar with how this works.
It's kind of like an American Idol sort of for comedy. It started as just the main event in Las Vegas. They would do one a year, but it's just expanded to the point where now we do a whole tour. It's 15 different cities. We travel all across the country. And everybody's accumulating points towards trying to get these spots
And how do you
in
earn
Vegas.
points?
You earn points by entering the contest, by advancing to the next round. By just every little thing gets you cumulative points towards trying to get
I mean,
these
any of them
spots.
for being funny?
Of course.
Okay,
yes.
just making sure. That seems important to me.
Yeah, the contest itself is judged 3 rounds. You do a 7-minute round. You move on. You do a 10-minute round, and then the finals is the final show is our last 3 comics all doing 25 minutes.
So
apiece.
let me drop this on you, my folks out here, my people. So I told you, if you go this weekend, all right, go tonight or tomorrow to the Looney Bin, you're going to get 1 free ticket for next week, right?
I think that's right. Yes.
Yeah. Now, is it any day next week?
Any
so,
any of the recording shows next week?
surprise, I'm hosting on Wednesday.
Yes.
So if you want to come out Wednesday and see me and the rest of these guys do what they do, you can pick up a free ticket just by going this weekend. So I'll be hosting Wednesday. Come out and see us and have a good time with us for sure. It's going to be great. Mr. Luna, I can tell just talking to you that you're going to be a great entertainer for these folks this weekend.
Well, I appreciate that. It's certainly a lot of fun, and the crowds are great at the Looney Bin, so it's kind of hard to do bad, in my opinion.
You are right about that. You know, that's one of the great things about performing there is that the crowds, when they come in, they want to laugh.
Sure, yeah.
Except for one we had. That's it. Just had one.
There's always one
and
crowd.
they were assholes, all of them. Every one of them. If you were there, you're an asshole.
Sometimes those kind of help. You need an asshole every now and then.
Yeah.
You do. It was funny because, and I hate saying this, it was just a weird moment in time, and it was only one of the two shows, and thank God we had a second show because it was all in my feelings after the first one.
You got to get that taste out of your
But I
mouth,
watched
yeah.
every one of us that went up there. It was the same thing. I was like, I don't know what happened if somebody just, gave these folks some Benadryl. Or
Yeah.
They were just not. They just couldn't be bothered, And I was like, what is going on here?
I saw Laura chew this guy up one time who was just basically ignoring her. Whatever. Did you pay your child support this month? I mean, just.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she made it her. All right, you're gonna interrupt my show. Let's make it.
I know that show. That show. That was probably
One of the. Y'all had the crazy name for it. The heaviest, weirdest.
Arkansas's Funniest. No.
It was the really strangest.
Oh, the really awful, terrible night of comedy.
There you go.
Yeah. That
Guy
we
comes
used to
in
do that.
overalls. You pay your child support?
Yeah, no. You never. She's not one to heckle. I'll say that. She's like a rattlesnake. She'll warn you, but
Sure.
but if you come back, you're going to pay.
Oh, there's no.
And I've seen her.
She's funny.
I've seen some people, sit down very quick. She literally, listen, man, she literally made a guy who he kept interrupting. And so she called him up on stage, and I guess he kind of got excited because he thought he was going to be part of the show, and she put a stool and said, sit right here. That dude sat on the stage for 15 minutes while she's telling jokes. She never talked to him, looked at him, nothing. He's just sitting here like this. And it was the greatest, most tense thing maybe I've ever seen.
That's smart.
Yeah, she dunce chaired him, man.
People want to be a part of the show. It's like, well, now you're a part of the show.
You're a part of it, bro.
Think you're going to get interacted with and just ignore him, even though he's
set decoration now.
He didn't have a drink. He didn't have shit. He didn't have his girlfriend. He's just sitting there looking at everybody. Don't even know what to do with his hands. It was just beautiful, man. It was beautiful.
I would take a wild crowd, a little rowdy crowd over like a comatose crowd.
Yeah, no.
That's the worst.
We'll have fun with a rowdy crowd. We can do stuff with that. You start yeehawing, we'll figure it out. We'll get down. We'll figure something out.
Like you said, the Benadryl crowd that just came from a funeral.
Yeah.
It's like, are you guys on propofol with Michael Jackson? What are you guys doing?
I didn't know if they just had a breaking news they just listened to or something. I was like, man, something's up here.
Is there something I don't know about?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, but you're right. The Looney Bin crowds are great. There's people who come in there, 99%, they are ready to have fun, because I'm one of those weirdos who like to walk through the crowd before the show and just kind of talk to people and meet them because I always felt like, if they like me before I get on stage, they're rooting for me.
Yeah.
So I try to get that little interaction because it kind of gives you a little bump. And it gives you somebody to look at sometimes, focal point here or there if you talk to some of those front row people.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think like most of the first 5 minutes on stage is people getting to know you. What if they've already done a little bit of that as they're walking in?
That's exactly right.
Not a bad thought.
It was always my strategy, and when I first started with Laura mentoring her in comedy, that's my wife. And she was very apprehensive about it. And I was like, listen, I understand, but trust me, it will pay off. Because, I try to sit at every table, in the shows that we did. It's harder at the Looney Bin, there's a lot of tables. But I would try to sit down and talk to everybody for at least a couple minutes. Yeah. And then by the time I got on stage, I didn't have that normal, I got to work 5 minutes to earn you.
Yeah.
And that was nice.
I feel like you kind of know everybody a little bit.
Well, they know me a little bit, and that's really what matters because there's this tension when you first come on. A, are you funny? But B, more importantly, do I even like you?
Yeah.
Because you got to be either really likable or really hateable. To succeed in stand-up.
It's weird that that's part of the challenge.
Yeah.
Like, people don't like to think about it, but it's like they got to, even if you're an asshole and that's like your persona or something, people still have to like you.
Yes.
Like Don Rickles was mean, but
Yeah.
people liked him.
No, I mean, my character, Angry Patrick's been an asshole for 20 years. And so, to balance him with the real stand-up, so that you do get that likable, you have to work it a certain way. Nobody wants to be yelled at for an hour straight. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus Christ, settle down, man.
And younger comics want to have this attitude of like, if you don't like it, then you just don't get it. And it's hey, a part of this is being a likable person.
No,
Like,
Help me get it.
It's you who doesn't get it, young blood. Yeah, but that's not just comedy. That's everything right now. They're like, well, if you don't understand how I serve fries, you don't get it. No,
this
bitch,
is my
I just want you
truth.
to hand me the hot fries.
There you go.
My truth. No, there's only a truth, not yours. No, there's only one truth. The rest of it's all hyper.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, tonight at the Looney Bin and tomorrow it's Derek Luna. And if you get out there and see him tonight or tomorrow, you're going to get a free ticket for next week. Pick a show. You could choose Wednesday when I'm hosting, or you could choose Friday, Saturday. Doesn't matter. Just get out to the Looney Bin this weekend. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a minute. Josh Taylor over at First Horizon just did it again. I just had another first-time home buyer, a couple who got into a home. Literally, they paid $500 to get into this home. That's right, $500 total dollars is what they paid to get into their new home. Why? Because First Horizon Bank has grant money that they offer, whether it's income-based, you're a professional, or a first responder. They have grant money for all of that, and it can help pay your down payment, your closing cost, and more. Josh is good people. He's just like you and I, and he can help you out. Look, you want to get into a house for $500? Yeah, Josh Taylor's the guy to call. 351-2579. It's 351-2579. Josh Taylor over at First Horizon Bank, and you tell him that Patrick sent you, all right?
Tongues and cotton souls. Is time telling us, or do we tell time? Rolled up sleeves and nowhere to go. Bit into an apple but got a mouthful of lime. Your tattoo says it's us until the end, but your lips are saying you're through. I guess even words in ink can be bent. Maybe we didn't use the right glue. How can we reach higher if we're down on the ground? Shots fired, it's that kind of small town. Nobody locks their doors, but too many killers around. Hey, if you have to die, it's better in a ball gown. Reload, reload. Surrounded by bad players, we have to get back to back. Do we even have a prayer facing down these attacks? Just like that. Caught in the crossfire, assassins out to close the deal. Zero chance we survive if we can't find each other for real. Killers come to kill. How can we reach higher if we're down on the ground? Shots fired, it's that kind of small town. Nobody locks their doors, but too many killers around. Hey, if you have to die, it's
And we're back. We are back. We were talking a little bit about construction. Yeah, well, because you've got a friend you work with who's a home builder, and he's going to come in because he's a very unique type builder, not your traditional builder, because, you know, a lot of these guys, and I'm just being honest because I sell houses, and I'm not going to name names, but you can see some of these companies that build these quick throw up subdivisions, and you know they're not.
You've got your phone builders, and you've got your people that want to be on site.
Yeah.
And if there's something they don't know, he wants to learn. I say him specifically because that's how he is. He absolutely wants to know everything there is, and you can't know that overnight. And you learn stuff like that by making mistakes, and slowly but surely, you know, you get better and better and better and better.
Well, there's just not
a musician or a comedian or, you know, whatever you do. If you stack rocks for a living,
it's true. There's a fair number of builders, though, who, you know, they build inexpensive homes.
Are the guys there doing the sheetrock?
Yeah.
The guys there doing it? The guys there painting?
Yeah. And you know those neighborhoods you drive through where every house really looks the same. There's no trees. Yeah. You know, it's just flat land. Yep. And, you know, those homes do serve a purpose because maybe, you know, that's what you can afford right now, and it's better than renting. The challenge with those homes is A, quality, but B is resale down the road. You know, if you're in a cookie cutter type environment, you may not be appreciating in value the same way you will in other places.
That's right.
And if that's important to you, and I think for most people it is, quality build matters, you know, because listen, for most everybody, buying a home is the most expensive purchase you'll ever make in your life.
Yep.
And sometimes, you know, that's a scary thought because you're like, what if I do it wrong? You know, what if I do this wrong?
It happens every day.
What if I get the wrong place? What if I buy something that's a money pit? You know, and so knowing, you know, what builders are good and what that looks like is important. You know, so I'm excited to have him in here.
Me too. It's
Yeah.
like I said, we'll get in here and talk shop and talk video and
it's I'm excited to do that. Yeah,
walk through and just kind of a big learning experience, and he's trying to kind of change the game.
That's great, man. Well, it sounds like he's right up my alley because changing the game is what I was about.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet him. You know, I've been so blessed and thankful. You know, I helped another couple this past week. They're in process of buying a home in Maumelle, and it was the first time. It's actually 4th of July.
Yeah.
And I got a call for a showing on the 4th of July. And, you know, I'm at home with my family, and I thought, you know, I could not do this call.
I got an hour.
You know, but I said, no, let me run over here and see what they got, you know. And so I knew right away, they told me they were first-time buyers. And so, you know, I'm kind of weird because it's not my house, but it had furniture in it. And so when we got done, I said, just have a seat here.
I love it.
Sitting in somebody's living room, you know, and I just start laying out, you know, here's how this process goes. So, you know, you understand, because when people understand, that's what it is. It's the not knowing that freaks people out, makes them so anxious. So if you lay out the map and go, look, here's how we're going to get there. Here's the stops along the way. Here are your outs. Here's what your expense is going to be, Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, that doesn't seem so bad anymore.
Yep.
You know, and it can be a hell of a lot of fun to do. I've got a couple coming in next week on the 18th and 19th that I'm going to show some homes. They're not going to be, they've already told me, we're not going to buy for a year. They're in Texas.
Yeah.
And they're coming down because they want to look at some of the homes in a couple different areas so they know what to focus on when they do move here. Yeah. And so when they called, I said, well, yeah, I'll show you. Come down, you know, let me show you some different areas and some different homes. And then, you know, down the road when you get here, you can call me and I'll start doing, we can do video walkthroughs. I can scout things out for you, whatever you need. But that way they have a guy on the ground that they know and they've worked with and they can trust to do right, you know.
Absolutely.
And I've helped a lot of people that way. Let's see what's going. Oh, I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about there. Let's move on a little bit here because I've got something here, and I have not pre-read this. I want you to know that, Darren. And
go for it. I see what's on your screen there. I'm just wondering where we're going with this.
Well, I don't know yet. I don't know where we're going, but the audience will find out. You're never too old to learn new things when it comes to the bedroom, and I guess it benefits you to try, in the interest of better education, ask men ask experts about the biggest myths that keep men from being their best in bed.
Hunger.
Yeah, hunger. These are the biggest of myths when it comes to sexual performance. So it says myth number 1. Contrary to what you've seen in most adult movies, bigger isn't always better. No.
Thank God.
No, it's yeah. I did find that out, and you know, as kids or young people, you always think that. You know, you always think, oh, that's what you want. You know, that
Right.
that
I need to
that tool. You know,
pole strapped to me.
But you find out that actually it's frightening. That ladies are like, oh, hold on. I didn't know you had an anaconda. You're going to have to leave, you know. So, yeah, myth number 2. Straight guys enjoy backdoor action, too. I don't know. Do they? Maybe. If they do, that's great. I guess it's possible. It's not exactly my bag, but
Me either,
maybe
but I do know some.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's your bag, I think that's great. I mean, look, it doesn't matter once you're in there, as long as you're honest with each other, and whoever you're getting it in with is down, then it's cool. You know, what difference does it make? I mean, that's your space to do whatever you want. Myth number 3. Some out there have completely undervalued foreplay, and they're wrong. Yeah. You show me a guy who doesn't do foreplay, I'll show you a guy whose girl can be taken from him.
That's right.
I'm just going to tell you straight out.
Right.
You better service the account.
Yep.
That's called customer service, son. You serve them. You got to take care of that, man. Myth number 5. The fact she owns a sex toy or 3 doesn't mean she's trying to find a replacement for you. I never felt that way about it. You know, I was never intimidated by that.
No.
I always thought, hey, this could be fun. You know, I enjoy gadgets and whatnot.
My batteries don't run out.
I know that's right. No batteries running out here. I'm not doing that one. Myth number 8. The sexual experience doesn't end after the guy is done. It says aftercare is important. Well, yeah, I mean, if you just roll over and go to sleep, I mean, yeah, she might feel a type of way, or he might feel a type of way. I mean,
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, but you ought to know that, right? Myth number 9. This is a good one. It doesn't have to last for hours. It
doesn't.
Trust me, if most ladies will tell you, no, I please don't do that. I don't want to go an hour. Who wants to go an hour? My back hurts, man. Are you kidding me?
Right.
I can't rock an hour.
Same thing with the treadmill. It's overrated.
Yeah, no, it's definitely overrated, man. No, do it right in 20 minutes, and it's beautiful. You know, you're good. I promise you. Now, if you're, the 2-minute guy, you might want to work on some stamina things.
Focus.
You know, you have a little focus, a little, thinking about other things or doing something. There are some different ways.
Think about your taxes a little.
Yeah, I like to do Social Security number backwards, baseball, whatever it may be. It says fact number 1 should be.
Her toys are my teammates.
Yeah, Jay said her toys are my. That's right. That's a great line. Her toys are my teammates. That is correct, and I will bring all the team in. Little doggy said fact number 1 should be regular service makes for longer sessions.
There you go.
Yeah, no, that's correct. You got to service the account, no doubt about it. You just have to, man. That's the bottom line. Do you feel like that over the years, because you've been together for a long time, right? With your
31.
31 years. Have you really?
Been married for 20.
Man,
We get together
that's
for
awesome,
Dude,
man.
she just put up so much of my shit.
I can imagine.
We waited
that
10 years. She put up with like the worst of my band years, sleeping on people's floors out of state.
Yeah.
No cell phones.
She let you actually come gainfully employed, and then she said,
right,
okay.
You're exactly right.
That's what happened.
Now she has no problem removing my wallet.
Yeah, no, I understand. So would you say that over the 31 years, that your perception of what intimacy with your wife should be has changed?
Big time. So, man, I've got a couple of friends that are single, and we run around all the time. And they act like I did, I guess, when I was 18 or 20 or whatever. And it's cool. I probably would do the same thing if I wasn't married.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a total different deal. Like, like if I talk about, okay, we're going to go on vacation. He's like, great, dude, you need to go on vacation. You're ready to bang.
Right.
We're going to go to what hot springs for the weekend. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like, dude, we think about food.
Yeah.
And like getting the laundry done. And
how much gas am I spending to do this?
It's funny. I mean, how it's not gone, but it's on a different shelf or something.
It is. Intimacy changes in a lot of ways because if you've been with someone for a long time, it becomes more than just getting it in, so to speak.
For sure.
And that sounds real cliche maybe, but it really is true.
Yeah.
The intimacy begins with conversation before it ever goes to a bed.
For sure.
And I think that's one of the toughest things I think for people to realize that are struggling in relationships is it's the communication is where everything starts, Man,
it just seems like couples don't trust each other. I mean, you got all this shit out here like Facebook.
Man, we didn't have all that,
I mean, there's just, are you familiar with Catfish, the TV show?
Yeah, of course I am. I've seen all of it.
Man, it's just the world is a mess right now.
No, Catfish was one of the greatest shows at the time. We watched every episode of it, and seeing these poor saps who were so desperate.
I saw the craziest one. I saw this woman. I think she was in California. She was like a lawyer, and she was almost 40. Mm-hmm. And they found out that she had been in love for 10 years with a kid that was 12 when they first started talking.
Oh, my God.
She'd never seen her. They'd just been texting, "Baby, we love, 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 love." But this 12-year-old kid convinced this 40-year-old professional through text. I mean, how could you not tell that?
Especially someone 12. I mean, boy, you got game.
I mean, ended up being, he was 20 by the time they found it out, but they had been in love for 8 years.
Yeah, that had to be shocking to her.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I saw one where a guy, the most shocking one I saw was a guy who was similar. I think it had been like 5-6 years. And several times he had wanted to go meet her, and something would always come up.
Sure.
And so they finally, go to this place where they think she is, and she turned out to be a big fat dude.
Yep.
And that guy was not happy. Oh my God, he was so mad. And I understand. I'd be like, man, I might have to kill you, bro.
Sometimes it ends up being like their best friend.
I've seen that too. Yeah, which is weird.
Like twice, I think in the show's history ever, where two people actually in love and nervous
the
about
actual
meeting.
People who
right,
they were.
actually met. They were like, "So you're not lying, and you're not lying.
Yeah,
and y'all want to hang out, right?" And they're like, "Wow, we did it."
Yeah, because they always look like models in the pictures they use.
Yeah, it's either Fabio or it's madness.
But they're almost never that. But I know that one of the episodes you're talking about, because the girl in it, I was like, "There's no way he's talking to this chick," and sure enough, it was this chick.
Super nervous,
Yeah, she was just super anxious, and I'm like, man, how can you look like that and be that anxious?
Pretty wild.
It is.
They finally get them together after years and years, and I mean, and it works out or whatever.
No, it does. It does.
I mean, it confuses them. They're like, this isn't even this isn't what we try to film. We're trying to catch people being idiots.
Yeah, we just got lucky on this one. Let's take a quick break, and tell you what, I'm going to come back, and we got to do the rant this week. So we'll be back in just a minute.
Another night alone in bed with you right there beside me. Replaying hateful words you said, dark fruit from your rotten tree. I feel sickness spreading inside, disease dignity in my veins. Diagnosis, I'm undignified. I'm drinking it like dirty champagne. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. My system is down from toxicity. Immunity gone, what's the answer? At least everyone thinks you're pretty. There's nothing arresting my downfall. It's just another trapdoor. I'm scaling the top of the highest peak just to be a sacrificial goat. You want me to take the poison you speak, but I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. I can't be your antidote. Your antidote. Yo, I just can't be your fucking antidote. In the right space you style a certain eloquence. The masses drawn in like a magnet, seducing a room with no need to convince, finding themselves warm deep in your pocket. If it's story painting, you're the Picasso. Every stroke is you in full color. Look on stage, it's the maestro. But what about when the show's over? When it's over, when the gallery closes and the audience leaves, and the only people left are just you and me. What happens when they figure out that all they've really seen is a collection of your forgeries? The finest brushes are proudly displayed, the best canvas and solid oak frames, like a studio in the heart of Marseille. The vibrant colors of a con game, showing off your truest talent by painting me in this corner. The canvas isn't even dry, but they all see you as a mourner. Oh, in mourning, when the gallery closes and the audience leaves, and the only people left are just you and me. What happens when they figure out that all they've really seen is a collection of your forgeries? Of your forgeries. The tour of our friends is almost complete. Your paintings hang on their walls. Wonder when they find out the cheat, if they'll regret that investment at all. Are they gonna regret it? Are they gonna regret it? They're definitely gonna regret it. When the gallery closes and the audience leaves, and the only people left are just you and me. What happens when they figure out that all they've really seen is a collection? Is a collection of your forgeries.
All right, we are kind of back. You can't see us, but here we are right here. Yeah, we are back. It's Patrick and the people. It's Friday, and you know what that means, right? It means this.
He's
Oh,
Patrick.
yeah.
He's an angry SOB. Patrick, are you freaking kidding me? Patrick,
That's right. Here, let's do this. We'll zoom it in a little bit more. See, there we go.
Nice.
That's what you want to see, right? Let's get to it, man. While retirement typically occurs after completing a career and, saving and investing for it, some Gen Z workers are taking unpaid leave when they haven't accrued vacation time. They call it micro-retirement. Gen Z is using micro-retirement to avoid burnout, find greater fulfillment in their work, and enhance their overall well-being. Are you freaking? First of all, Gen Z, what the hell do you mean burnout? From what? You're in your 20s. You got good health, good strong backs, you're limber, and you're still probably getting it in at least 2 or 3 times a week. What the hell are you burned out from? Is it the wear and tear of the club dance floor? All that twerking has prematurely destroyed your hips? I don't think so. That's in 10 more years. Now y'all will be able to walk right. Your BBL's dragging behind you as your bent knees shuffle through Wally World, wondering what the hell happened. But I digress. What in the name of Diddy is it that's got you burned out? Is it the difficulty of having to be independent at 16, 17 years old, maybe buy a rust bucket car and work your way up the ladder? Oh, wait, no, that's us. Happy you are still at home. Mom and dad telling you to wash your own dishes, killing vibes and kicking kittens for you. Whatever it is, don't call it micro-retirement. You probably just got fired and it's the holiday and you don't want to have to get a job during the holidays, so I'll micro-retire. No, your ass is lazy, and then you'll complain about how you can't pay your bills. Here's an idea. Don't micro-retire. Try working maybe 49, 50 weeks of the year. You'll be impressed how much more you can afford. I'm going to micro-retire from this conversation. Next up, a mom who went viral for breastfeeding her husband is taking steps to now induce lactation once more so she can, quote, give my man what he's been missing. Florida's own Rachel and Alexander Bailey, they're both 32, say breastfeeding brought them closer together. Said, I missed that bond. It was sacred, hilarious, healing, intimate, and yeah, a little weird to some, but it was ours. Now that my son's older, I started wondering if I could bring that bond back without having another baby. Stop! Stop right there. I mean, put that bitch in park even if the transmission falls out. Are you freaking kidding me? And 3, 2, 1, you're wrong. I'm talking to you who just said I was going to shame him for loving to play farmer in the Dell. No, I'm damn well not. Do I find it weird? Yeah, can you find baby oil in Diddy's storage room? The fact is, a man who could play Shaq's stunt double is launched onto a 5'2" tall woman's dairy dispenser like she was snake bit on the nipple, and he's trying to suck the venom out. Those things probably look like Slim Jims now. I'm sorry, not the issue I have. The fact he wants to solve his calcium deficiency by turning his wife into a crazy straw, that's fine. But don't make your son walk through the living room and there's dad's head under a towel smacking his lips like he's working a Vlasic kosher dill. Dad, I need to ask a math question. Honey, you know dad can't talk with his mouth full. Why don't you come back in 30 minutes? When he does come back, dad's all, glassy-eyed, sweaty, with a stupid milk mustache. And what happens when he realizes that none of the other dads are getting leche straight out the tap? Next thing you know, he's in the office for asking his busty art teacher if he can get some of that fresh coconut milk. She says, what do you mean? He's like, can I get some of that organic cream out of those Chumbawambas? I'd love to tell you she drug his ass to the office, but it's 2025 and they deal with these kids a whole different way. So she took him to the supply closet, flopped out those mommy bags and said, welcome to the milk bar, you thirsty bastard. That's it for today. That is it for today's rant. That's crazy, man. This kid's got to go to school knowing his dad's. I mean, they're in the newspaper, on TV interviewing about it, and these kids got to go to school and talk about how dad is breastfeeding on mom.
Man, the things I used to think were crazy are not crazy at all anymore. Crazy Crazy reinvents itself.
I mean, I guess to some point you're right. It's still some of it's still crazy. Now I don't want to shame anybody, but something psychologically happened if your wife's trying to lactate when she's not pregnant just so she can milk feed you. That's a little. There's a little something going on there. There's something happening. Now again, I'm not shaming. Tactical Turkey. That was. Actually, you're right. Rant number 821 is exactly what that was. Yeah, 821. Can you believe that?
Crazy. That's crazy.
821. I got to get to 1,000 before it's done. I got to at least get 1,000 of them in.
Stop at 1,000?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that's let me think about it. That's another 180. That's about 3.5, 4 years. I might not, but I need to at least get there.
That was the start.
Yeah. That's wild, isn't it? 821, bro. I know. It's
I can remember years ago, man, being on jobs and stopping You know, literally all these saws and everybody's hammering and nailing. Everybody stop. We got to listen to Angry Patrick, and then we'll go back to work or whatever, and everybody'd stop and chief and do, you know.
Right. Talk about
gotta
whatever
check out the
crazy
Rant.
shit that I was
Oh,
saying.
yeah, dude,
Yeah, no, man, it was.
It's part of Friday morning, man.
Yeah, man, it was always a joy when that character, you know, really hit the right way. And I'll never forget, probably one of the single greatest moments of my entire life. And by moment, you know, you just have certain feelings and you remember them.
Sure.
And that was, and I've talked about this with Wayne from the Looney Bin. He owns the Looney Bin. He was in earlier. But the Looney Bin, he wasn't the owner then. But I'd gone to them about doing stand-up, and they said no. And so I'd called around, and Vino's was the first place I did a stand-up show.
That's great.
And when I pulled up to the parking lot, which if you know Vino's, it's at the corner there, and the parking lot's directly across the street. When I pulled up to the parking lot for the very first show I did, they were literally lined up around the building
That's great.
to get in. And that, to me, at that moment, was the greatest feeling ever.
You never realized how many people were listening to that part of it.
You might expect a decent crowd, but to see people lined up, it's 40 minutes before the show. They're standing outside in a line, and it was just the greatest. Now, I had no business doing an hour set. None. I was not prepared to be an hour stand-up comedian, but somehow I mustered through it, and they had a blast. They loved it. They supported me through the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Still do.
Still do. It's always been, you know, such a cool relationship with the people who watch, listen, whatever you want to call it now, you know, because it's evolved. But it's always been the coolest relationship because they know, I'm authentic. I'm real.
For sure.
You know, I mean, the character says crazy things, but you get to know me and you know what's up, you know, and so it's been a great relationship for many years, and it continues. I meet people all the time who go, man, I was listening to you, this is my son. He listens to you now, you know, or they'll sing the song or whatever it is, you know.
The songs is a whole nother,
it's
hilarious.
It's a whole nother thing, you know. Thank you, Tasha. She said, you're a real one, P. I appreciate that. I hope so.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I hope to be a real one. You know, there's enough fake bullshit in the world.
No doubt.
Man, there's plenty of it to get if you want it. You know what I mean? And I think the other thing, too, is that I tried to avoid all the darkest matter subjects, you know, because
that's cool.
It used to be that you could talk about that stuff pretty casually and have fun with it. But now I avoid it like the plague because as soon as you do, people start to feel a type of way. I'm not worried about offending anyone. It's just that I want everybody to have fun.
Sure,
that's the whole point of it. You know, I mean, if we're not having fun, what are we doing?
That's what comedy's about. That's what music's about. You know, you're trying to, you know, the things that piss you off during the day, your job, whatever. You know, you're trying to escape all that stuff, and that's what it's about. And
now, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're at work, whether you're, you know, watching a movie, whether you're watching TV, anything. It's all there's an agenda. You know, people are talking about the crazy, you know, all the stuff that's stressing people out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to be a like a respite, like an oasis from all that shit.
Friday morning, you know, 20 guys show up trying to build a house, stressed out, you know, or whatever. You get to come to that point where we all take a break together. Listen, laugh, and they go back to work, and you can just see that change on everybody's feet. Everybody's still, you know, talking about the rest of the day.
It's good therapy,
making fun
man.
Are you freaking kidding me? From across the house, you know.
It's always been
really good stuff.
The coolest experience, you know, to do that and to be. It's been an honor to do it.
It's short and sweet. You can
you get it in, you get it done. You know, you can move on with your life.
Like having your daily Bible verse, you know.
Just in a different manner. Delivered slightly differently, maybe than Jesus did. I don't know. He could have been smarmy. I'm not sure. I wasn't there. You know, it would be fun to imagine him as smarmy like that.
No doubt.
I don't know if everybody would have followed him or not, but I would have. I'll tell you that I would have. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back. I promise. All right. Let's here. Take this one.
The big game is on tonight. I got it in some parlays. The 75 inch is shining bright. got a blizzy in the ashtray, getting snacks, about to finish. I hear him start the anthem. Gotta hurry, I can't miss this. But then here comes my tantrum. Who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag. I don't know if it was my wife or my daughter or my son. How can this even be my life? What the hell have I done? Well, I don't give a damn who done it. They're gonna catch a fresh one. Somebody better haul ass and run it and go give me a new one. Who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag. Not a damn person in the place. By God, it's only me. Just wanna put the smack on one face. But who knows, maybe three. I'll have to go Tostitos and ranch. Game's already started. I swear to God I'll never answer when they ask who farted. Oh, who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag.
Well, there you go.
Ah, the Doritos.
Yeah, that song seems popular around here for some reason. Chad Shin said, I need all these songs for my channel's background music. Well, go grab them. They're on YouTube.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, go to the YouTube channel and you can grab. Well, I don't know. I don't know if all of them are up there yet, but a lot of them are up there. So go grab some and use them. Feel free. There's no, you don't owe me anything for doing that. Just use them up. You know, you can tell people that I wrote them. That'd be great. You can put my copyright on there.
Yep. While you're at it, check out Death Metal Disco.
Yes, yeah, please check out Death Metal Disco. What do you guys? I know that you're doing some shows now. What's going on with Death Metal Disco? What's next?
Man, we are trying to get in the studio. You know, we've got a whole album worth of stuff that we're trying to record, and everybody's so busy trying to do this thing at obviously next Friday at Sticky's. Help celebrate their 25th anniversary.
Right.
And September 13th, we're going to do Vino's 35th anniversary.
That's dope.
And that'll be a fun one. And I'm going to try to bring you and Laura in to do whatever you're willing to do. Or
yes,
however
absolutely.
crazy we can make it. I've got skateboarders coming in, and it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to get this video done. We'll be shooting some stuff next Friday for that, and living the dream.
Yeah, no, that's great, man. When you guys do an album, when you go in to record, do you all go in together? Do you do it separately? How do you do it?
So the way that I've pretty much always done it, and the way we're doing it in this band is literally the whole band goes in and we perform live, but it's pretty much just to get the drums.
Okay.
We want him to be totally happy. Once he's happy, get the hell out. And then we kind of start overlaying guitars on top of it again, because everything has bleed and the click tracks and all that stuff, trying to get everything tight. But it's not too bad of a process. 5 or 6 days, 2 songs roughly, something like that.
I always thought it was interesting. As a matter of fact, if you have not watched, there's a new documentary on Netflix about Led Zeppelin, and it's It's hosted by Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, oh my God, why
John Paul Jones.
Yeah, John Paul Jones. Those three guys, and it's really cool. It's just showing when they started and
They
coming
definitely
up.
did it different back then.
They did, but what was interesting too, I've always been fascinated by is the different recording process for each album, because different ones, sometimes they did it together in the studio, but later on in the career, they weren't as much in the studio together.
Right.
And
you could do it and never see each other.
yeah, well, John Paul Jones on In Through the Outdoor, which incidentally is my least favorite Led Zeppelin album, but he did all that. He was the first time he produced it because Jimmy Page always did.
Yeah.
And nobody was in the studio together. They'd come in, record whatever, and he would layer it in there.
We kind of like to feed off of each other,
Yeah.
and see what everybody thinks. Obviously, we've been in the studio with Barry Pointer. He's he's such a good coach / quarterback, whatever.
Yeah.
He's pretty quick to tell you, I'm kind of hearing this. We'll keep that, but try it again.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. How do you
he's
know?
Very good at motivating.
Like, one thing I think about it, and when I do, I write the songs and I put them in the AI and it puts music to it, right? And I've tried every way I can to recreate certain things, but like the AI doesn't understand what I'm asking when I'm trying to get it to do David Lee Roth style stuff, which is the wow and the things like that, right?
Top, yeah.
Is that something that when you're doing a song you're conscious of, or does it just happen?
Man, I think it just happens. I think he kind of that version of David Lee Roth. He just kind of the world turned him into that. Before he knew it, he was walking on. I mean, he thought he was the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
He was for a minute.
Dude.
He was. I mean, he's still to me the prototype.
1980, Van Halen couldn't be.
Yeah. I mean, he's the prototypical front man. I mean, he was the image of what a front man wanted to be for at least 15 years. I bet maybe 20.
Cocky and shaved, long hair.
Yeah.
Stout.
Over the top, wild. But his ad lib stuff. I listened to. There was a TikTok the other day. It caught me off guard. It was like, here's a bunch of David Lee Roth sounds he makes, and it was completely without the music. Yeah, and it was just yeah.
Like James Brown or something.
Yeah, and when you hear it, it's so funny just to hear it, outside of the song, because it sounds so ridiculous. But in the song, it's like, that shit is awesome, man. I look forward to him going, wow.
He's
it's
a
like,
madman.
Man, he was too, man. He was, and unfortunately, he lost a lot of that high end of his voice, as a lot of people do. I mean, Vince Neil has.
Oh, man. In Vince's, in his defense, that stuff was, no one could sing that shit.
Man,
when I was a 6-year-old boy, I couldn't sing that.
No, when they dropped the EP, Too Fast for Love.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his voice was so high.
No way. Yeah.
It was unbelievable how high that voice was.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was like Rob Halford, early Prince, that kind of. It was ear piercing almost. Yeah.
Impossible.
What about? I'll tell you someone else though who seems to be keeping their voice is Axl Rose.
True that. I don't know. He supposedly has like this 9-octave range. Supposedly has more range than anybody. Sometimes his voice gets on my nerves. Sometimes I like it.
I
weird like that.
I liked Guns N' Roses in the day. Sometimes it's hard to. You stay with a band a certain length of time, and then there comes a point where you're like, yeah, I'm probably good.
It's kind of like Nickelback too. They get so popular, then you hear one or two songs so many times, you just get to where you hate them.
Yeah,
like I've heard Slash say he hates "Sweet Child of Mine."
I can understand.
But it probably made him $10 million.
It probably did, and I would agree with him. If it comes on, I'm going to change it. Not because it's not a phenomenal song, but because I'm burnt on it.
Oh yeah.
I was burnt on Kansas "Dust in the Wind" by '85.
Yes. Oh,
you know what I mean, or whatever. There's lots of artists that I didn't listen to. Look, Led Zeppelin, as a matter of fact, I probably went almost a decade with no Zepp.
This state was terrible. Like the old Magic 105.
Oh my God!
Even though we all loved it, we all hated it.
Yes, because they would play
the same two
same
Boston
song.
songs. They play the same two Led Zeppelin
That's right.
songs. Play the same 5 Skynyrd songs, and before you know it, you hate them.
Little Doggy said all frontmen want to be Darren Riggin.
You're far too kind, my friend.
In comparison, David Lee Roth is a wussy.
Oh, you're far too kind, my friend.
What happened there? See what happened there?
Far too kind.
What's it said? The 8-track recording was awesome. Of what were we talking about on 8-track?
I guess he's talking about. He's probably talking about Van Halen.
Did they have 8-track? I know I had Kiss on 8-track when I was a kid.
For sure, yeah, there was some stuff.
8-track was crazy, man.
It was. Man, it was always weird that you would skip. You couldn't skip perfectly. You'd skip to the next song. You're like in the middle of it. So it was really strange.
It was strange, but man, my parents gave me an 8-track, and I don't know how I got the Kiss Destroyer 1 and 2, Kiss Alive 1 and 2. I had all these Kiss, and I was listening to that stuff, and I was probably 11.
I bought a 78 T-Bird from a friend.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it had an 8-track player in it, so I went digging through the closet and found my brother's old 8-tracks and my mother's old 8-tracks, and we were rocking, buddy. We had Jerry Lee Lewis, we had Back in Black.
Yes.
The 8-track, we were pimping around in that $5 a mile boat.
Right.
I mean, that thing.
Tasha Mack said, I'm too young for these bands. Well, you're too young to have grown up with them. You're not too young to listen to them.
Yep.
Led Zeppelin is
it's timeless stuff.
Even if you're your age and you've never listened to Led Zeppelin and you start listening to them, you're going to recognize certain songs in spite of the fact you think you've never heard them, because either the beats have been sampled over and over. Like Led Zeppelin has a song called "The Ocean." That beat is one of the most sampled beats of all time.
It's in 30 rap songs.
At least. Because it's a great beat. John Bonham was one of the greatest drummers ever. Now, Neil Peart, obviously.
Sure.
Or I don't know if it's Peart, however he says it.
Easy. But yeah, man, so many of the old school drummers.
Who was your favorite drummer? Do you have one?
So, man, I started playing drums, and I was really into Neil Peart. We were trying to play Rush back in those days. At the same time,
everybody wanted to play Rush.
So many badass drummers out there. Danny Carey.
Alex Van Halen was a great one.
Yes. I mean, you can go on and on and on. You get into the jazz stuff, and they get even weirder.
Oh, yeah. No, there's some great jazz drummers, man. Phenomenal.
It gets impossible.
What about guitarists? Who do you love?
Man, I guess the usual, Eddie Van Halen.
Mm-hmm. Is Eddie still the GOAT to you?
I've argued with my friends about this.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eddie. I mean, there's a handful. Randy Rhoads.
Eddie's really. It's hard to deny that he's the best. That he's one of the best. Dimebag.
Dimebag Darrell, he was great.
Zach
for
Wild,
sure. Zach Wild's awesome.
But as of late, and I've actually known this. I met this guy 25 years ago, and I knew he was badass then. Nuno Betancourt.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He's such a shredder.
Yes.
He came, they did a little in-store when that first album came out.
Really?
And I got to be security for him and the bass player
cool.
for Extreme.
Yeah.
And dude, he's about this tall, but that son of a bitch can shred
play
a guitar. Mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I always, it says, please go and put a Zeppelin playlist and listen all day. Yeah, no, you definitely want to do that.
It's good stuff, yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, see if you can keep from picking any song that was a hit.
Yeah, that's true. There's a song on 1984 that doesn't get a lot of airplay, and I don't know that it was never released as a single.
Top Jimmy.
No, it's Girl Gone Bad. And to me, if I listen to that song, it shows me why Eddie Van Halen's one of the greatest guitarists of all time, because in the areas there should be nothing, he's ripping, he's shredding, he's doing this crazy shit.
Dude, him and Satriani both.
Yeah, Satriani.
It's like they're on a skateboard or some shit. I have to stand still to play simple shit. These guys are doing backflips, jumping off stage, doing karate kicks, and running from running 30.
No, man, it's wild.
Just it blows my mind.
Yeah, he was, I watched an interview with him recently, and he was talking about, how he came up and how he was playing the guitar and the hammer-ons and all that. And
he's a percussive kind of player.
Yeah, and he was doing things that really nobody else was doing at the time.
Pretty crazy stuff.
A lot of people copied it.
Building his own guitars. And...
Yeah. It was interesting. I was talking about the Led Zeppelin documentary, and I didn't know this, but there was a guitar that was given to Jimmy Page by Jeff Beck. And he used that guitar for the majority of his career in Zeppelin.
While they were in the Yardbirds.
Yeah.
So cool.
He gave it to him, and he may have done some custom, finished up on it or whatever, but he used it almost exclusively the whole time.
Crazy to think of having a guitar that long.
Yeah, I know, right? Because you think about, how quick you go through them and this and that as an artist, and to maintain it, and the way he shredded it, man.
Yeah, plus your Jimmy Page. You can have anything you want. You probably got 600 guitars piled up somewhere.
Yeah, every guitar company wanted him to hold their guitar. I promise you that.
Sure.
Ace
Frehley. I grew up loving Ace.
Oh, yeah. Gene Simmons was an underrated bass player, I'd say.
I think he's a great bass player.
Yeah. Now, I think lyrically they wrote good songs? No. But I did like a lot of them.
They do that anthem type stuff. It's
they
like
did.
AC/DC, and if you get those anthem in, it just lasts forever.
Yeah.
Now, it's about to rock.
When I think about today, in today's terms, these songs would be tame. But in the 80s, when the song Lick It Up came out,
I loved it.
I did too. But everybody was like, "It's so dirty. I can't believe they're saying that."
Sure.
The Kiss really. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, man. And as soon as you heard it, you knew, and they were a fun band. That's what I'll say.
Absolutely.
They were fun.
Absolutely.
And Gene Simmons, the best marketer ever in music, period. Maybe one of the greatest marketers of all time of anything.
Man, so many people were attacking. They were like, you guys are never going to be anything,
Yeah.
And to have the career that they had.
Well, they brought an incredible stage show, and it was wild. It was crazy. I mean, they're blowing fire. They got blood everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Ozzy was doing that. Alice Cooper.
Yep.
Alice Cooper kind of started, I think, a lot of the theatrical stuff.
Agreed.
But Kiss probably perfected it.
They definitely were crazy.
Who else was kind of like them? Ozzy.
Motley Crue was trying to.
Motley Crue was similar in ways.
Painting up and blowing shit up.
Yeah.
Drum roller coaster.
Were you a big Ozzy fan?
I love Ozzy. I do.
Yeah.
I like Sabbath. What's crazy is I liked Ozzy's solo stuff before I really got into the Sabbath
Me
stuff.
too. I like Sabbath, and I like several of their songs, but Ozzy I liked a lot.
That's when I really got into it.
Yeah, like Crazy Train, and the whole album. Not Bark at the Moon's one of my favorites, but it's the one that has before it that has
Jake E. Lee.
Flying High Again on it. Is that the name of the album? Flying High Again?
It might be.
I can't remember what the name of it, but that album was awesome. With Flying High Again,
Blizzard of Oz.
Over the Mountain, all those things on it. Yeah, that was a great album.
Randy Rhoads, there's another,
Randy Rhoads was phenomenal.
Cat.
Let's see. Tactical Turkey said Kiss was one of them I couldn't get on board with. Trash them and throw on Judas Priest. Judas Priest was theatrical as hell too.
Still going at it.
Yeah, and they're still going. Yeah, Rob Halford's, man, his voice has held up pretty well.
I think he's going to be able to do it till he's dead. I mean,
he
he's
may
on his
very
deathbed.
well.
Hang on.
Yeah, even Robert Plant can't Robert Plant anymore.
No, not like he used to.
No. Of course, he's like a million years old now, but man,
Lord.
He was one of the greatest vocalists, I would say, of all time.
Yeah,
Talk about octave range.
No doubt.
In that documentary I'm talking about, it shows this show they're playing, right? And it was like one of their first shows. And so, this is in the era of like,
Woodstock, hippie shit.
But it was just the launch of that. And so you had all these TV shows like, what was it? The Ed Sullivan Show.
Sure.
Those type of things. Yeah. So they're playing for an audience. Yeah, they're playing for an audience kind of like that. You can see it's a mixed audience of people, all kinds of, adults of various ages, kids, everybody. Yep. It's that kind of audience. And they start playing, and nobody knew how to react.
Right.
They were just stunned. And you can see it in their faces that, like, some of them are shocked and hate it. There's one kid who covers his ears, but you could see as it went, how some of them began to feel
This is crazy. I like this.
Yeah, but it was so shocking to them what they were doing.
The old Elvis stuff. You see the little girls going nuts.
Oh, right. Yeah, my mom was a big Elvis fan.
Oh, mine too.
Yeah,
which in turn made me one.
She had a shrine, and I'm not kidding about that. Like, at every house we had, it was like this one section that was all Elvis, and nobody was allowed to mess with it.
My mother came over to eat dinner last night. We had my in-laws in town, so I had my mother-in-law and my mother there. We played a bunch of Elvis last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still like him myself.
Dude, I love Elvis Presley.
I mean, he could well, man. He really could, man.
He was the first one to do most of the stuff that blows my mind as far as an entertainer.
Yeah. Yeah, although as an actor, he was terrible.
Oh, the movies were dumb.
They were the worst. Yeah, you just terrible. All right, guys, listen, you can hear the workers are here. It's time for people to start doing work. So, as always, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you, Darren, for coming in.
Absolutely.
Thanks to Wayne and Derek from the Looney Bin. Derek
great.
Luna, get out there and see him. And don't forget, apparently Wednesday, I'm now hosting at the Looney Bin. So come out and see me, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.